And welcome back inside of America First Event Center as you're just in time for the starting lineups. And we'll let Dustin have the honors here. For Ken, you go first off.
All right, so starting for the Falcons, we've got number 4, Maylee Spencer. She's a sophomore. Number 5, Maya Nichols. She's also a sophomore. Number 10, Camry Brush. She's a junior. Number 11, Peyton Lister. She's a senior. And number 32, Jada Gleave, and she's also a senior. And their head coach is J.C. Barnhurst.
Nicely done. And now we'll shift gears, take a quick look at the starters now for Layton Christian. As we'll catch some of the numbers down there. They've got a couple there that aren't listed on ours. I'll make sure I'll look at yours. See if you've got one there, and we'll make sure. First off, they're going to come with the second leading scorer in the 3A. She is tied for the second leading scoring leaders with Kate Smith out of Delta, as Christina Boyle averages 19 a game, wears number 5. And then number 11 is Mariana Cubero, averages 8 for the Eagles on the year. Number 12 is Lara Velasco, getting the start. She's a senior at 5'6", also getting the start. I believe that is Grace Ito. Wears number 23 and scores 5 points per ball game. And then rounding things out, number 34 on the roster, and I'm guessing it might be Sofia Saez. I'm not sure.
Yesterday, she was Marcel Letty.
Okay. So Marcella Late, I believe. We'll hopefully. We apologize, folks, if we don't get everything right here. We do a lot of games throughout the state, and sometimes we've got a quick turnaround on figuring everybody out. So bear with us on that. So Canyon View with the ball will have first opportunity to draw first blood as Layton Christian in that 2-3 zone. Baseline jump shot up and long, no good. It's going to go off of Canyon View out of bounds. As Maya Nichols had a quick look from the baseline, shot it too strong, will go the other way.
Came early, skipping across the zone, trying to get something going. At least got the first shot in the air.
So Layton Christian comes back the other way with it. It'll be Silva handling the ball out on that left side. Gets a high screen, wants to come off, does. Free throw line extends, sends it right side. Here's a 3-ball up and off the iron. No good. Good look for Grace Ito. Just couldn't get it to finish. They get the steal back, though.
Nichols, she was trying to outlet the ball and just didn't quite track her teammate on the same page.
And now loose on the floor. Ball stolen. Stolen right back. So steal, steal, steal. And another one going the other way as the ball finally goes out of bounds. Who's it off of?
It looks like a called jump ball if it was me.
That's what I would have said. They'll go the other way, or they should say they'll stay with Canyon View out of bounds underneath. Quick substitution.
Yeah, jump. Put Jada, give her a break.
And it'll be inbounds underneath. Here's a 3, angle left. Looks good. It is good. Nice looking stroke there by Maya Nichols. She knocks down the first 3 of the game, and the score's 3-0.
Good use the baseline out of bounds to get her open there on the left wing.
Step back jumper from 18. A little bit short. No good there by Boyle.
You know, they're jumping up and causing Maylee Spencer a little bit of challenge as she's trying to bring the ball up before putting some good ball pressure on and trying to knock it loose.
Here's another 3 from that same spot. This time a little bit wide, no good. Rebound's going to be taken down there by Marcella, I believe. She'll get it off to a running mate, Christina Boyle, and Boyle will bring it into the front court. Wide, down low again, and Boyle just leaves it a little bit short underneath, no good. Canyon throws it away on the outlet. Layup rolls off and no good, and right now Layton Christian having a hard time finding the bottom of the net.
Vargas had checked in for Cleve, lets one fly.
A little bit short out of bounds. It'll go to the Eagles.
And now the Eagles going to check one in here.
Yeah, that's maybe Engin, I believe. Hopefully pronounced that right. 5:40 to go here in the first quarter. Early action, just 3-0 so far. Canyon View leads it. They're a little kind of a pick and roll down the lane. Pass is too big and out of bounds. It'll go the other way.
They've been trying to get that pick and roll action there on the left side going. And Canyonview's done a great job of jamming it up and making it hard on them. See if that's something they keep at. Layton Christian sitting in the 2-3 zone. That's what they've been working in here in the first quarter.
Maya Nichols, jumper from 18, a little bit hard, no good. Rebound fought for, loose on the floor. Layton Christian doing a nice job coming up with the loose ball. I believe that was Grace Idogiaweri. We'll go by Ido.
They attacked the ball well, as Nichols having a tough time finding it to go through.
Boyle wants to work one-on-one. Great defense on the Canyonview side as they'll force him back out on the perimeter to reset.
Working in a man.
And got a little bit too quick with her feet. Traveling is going to be called. We'll go the other way.
Cameron Brush, she led the Falcons in rebounding yesterday, and right there she did a great job walling up and not letting her make any turns there from the junction.
Layton Christian comes out of Region 13. They were 5-5 on the year in Region play, 13-9 overall. Canyonview comes out of this, I don't want to call it the Southern Region, Region 12. They were 2-4 overall in their region, 13-8 on the season. Here's a three short, no good. Nice rebound, put back is good. Bethany Vargas.
They ran Jada Gleave to that far corner and used a skip against the zone to get it open, but love what Vargas did there, getting the offensive rebound.
Here's a three, angle right, in and out. Tough luck shot there for Velasco. And Canyonview wants to run. Defense is back, though. Here's a corner jumper from 18. This one's short. Rebound taken down by Boyle.
They're able to lift that forward up and out out of that 2-3, and the corner's available. Just haven't been able to get some of those shots to drop yet.
How about this? Three ball from back behind the college line. No good. And you can see right now Christina Boyle trying to get her game going. They know they need her offense here this afternoon, or I should say this morning.
Yeah, and she got a little bit of space, but man, it was from a long ways away.
30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here if that's okay. Barrett Hilton produces this one for us here on TeamHive.live. Folks, if you're listening in and you want to stream any of your events out there, whether it's games, whatever productions for your high school, get a hold of Barrett. TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom. He can get you set up. They're here all weekend. They've been with us all year long as they produce ball games pretty much virtually throughout the state and do a great job at it.
Canyonview, they've been trying to get out in transition, just not able to connect yet. Layton Christian doing a good job of really causing a lot of disruption in their transition and turned them over several times. A lot of times if a team can stay with that pressure going down the floor, they can get the defense sleeping and get something easy. Take a look and see if they still try to put that effort on. They're going to make a little change here and put Maylee Spencer down the left corner as Jada brings the ball up the floor here. And Layton Christian, they went into a man defense. They've been playing zone all game.
Boy, and it almost works right there as Boyle just about tipped that one away for a steal. Down the lane, hook shot. How about that one? Up, rolls off no good there by Canyonview. I believe that was Maylee Spencer on the shot.
So it was
Rush. You're right.
She did a nice job coming to that over the top of that left shoulder. Just couldn't get it fall, but Boyle attacking again. A little offensive rebound right there, but not able to get that one fall as well. There's your transition up ahead and the pass connected to Vargas.
Yeah, too bad there as Vargas cannot finish the layup. But she gets a steal, goes right back to the hoop. Reverse layup. That one's no good. Christina Boyle with the rebound, and here comes Layton Christian the other way. 5-0 as we approach 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. And ball gets out of bounds here on the near side. I believe it will be Canyonview ball. Boy, Layton Christian just struggling to get into their offensive set here early in this one.
And that time they had transition pretty good. They had that 2-on-1 break, but Engine catches that ball just bounced out on her and not able to catch that lower pass.
So back the other way we go. Vargas Gleave with it. Has a wide open three. Way out there. No good, but the rebound, offensive rebound, putback's a little bit short there by Lister. Boy, it looked like she was going to get a gimme and just left it short.
Yeah, had the chance there. Did a good job of gathering that one up. Boyle's going to let one go.
There you go, and she knocks it down from beyond the arc. Boy, Canyonview had her, and then they just left her, and she said, thank you very much.
That's exactly what happened there. She knocked it down.
Gets them healthy in a hurry. Here's another layup underneath, missed a little bit short. That time, that was Cambry Potter.
Vargas jamming up on, just caused a little disruption for LCA.
Another wide open look, and this one rolls off. Unfortunate for the Eagles. It looked like they were going to tie it up on that one.
They're starting to break the Canyon View defense up to where they're finding people wide open, but just not able to get them to fall.
Whistle down there underneath on the drive. This is going to go against Cavalcante. Julia picks up the foul. I believe it's her first.
Canyon View can work out this box set. Last time they were able to get Nichols for 3 out of a baseline out of bounds. See what they do on this one.
So ball comes out on top here to Gleave, holding it high, goes way up top now. Here's Potter with it. High post. Spin and move to the basket. Ball's knocked away, and they say it's off of Layton Christian. Stays with the Falcons.
Lister was able to get that catch in that little dunker hole, but Layton Christian came and dug down well to knock it out of bounds.
5-3. Low scoring affair so far in this one. Just under 2 to go here in the first. Ball's tipped out of bounds. Stays with the Falcons.
Got Camry Potter on the floor. She came off the bench for the Falcons. Lister working to set a block-to-block screen a little early. There it comes.
So Gleave with it way out on top. Wants the underneath pass. How about threading the needle? Perfectly done. Catch and layup by Maylee Spencer.
Off that block screen, then Potter goes out and sets a flex screen for Spencer to be able to drop down in there, get that catch, and a nice reverse layup from Spencer.
7-3, your score. Timeout taken by Layton Christian. We'll take it as well and be back to Cedar City right after this.
At Auto Farm Price Ford, we make it happen for you.
Auto Farm Price Ford has your next truck at the guaranteed lowest price. Auto Farm will not be undersold. The time to buy is now. Auto Farm has a huge selection. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned Ford F-Series, including the unbeatable F-150, no one has more than Auto Farm. Find more great offers and all their inventory online at PriceFordSales.com.
At Auto Farm Price Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, we make it happen for you.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emmerich, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
And welcome back out of the timeout. It'll be Layton Christian ball, and here comes Canyon View with, they're going to put some pressure in the back court.
Yeah, full court.
And it works.
1-2-2.
Here's a steal and a layoff. Left side, Maylee Spencer, another bucket. She's got 4.
Vargas comes right off the ball and into that little trap. Maylee able to get the reward for being there.
Whoops, and it works again for him right there, Dustin, as the pressure. There's nobody in the backcourt except for Carnero, and she just had nowhere to go with it except the pivot foot.
I like to call it a safety valve. No safety valve. Nobody to kick it back to. And Vargas, when she gets that ball pressure on, she does a great job.
9-3, Canyon View with the ball and the lead. Minute 28 to go here in the first quarter. Again, it's Consolation semifinals. The winner of this one will play tomorrow for 5th place in the tournament.
And go into a horn set. Canyon View does.
All the way to the bucket. And the ball knocked away out of bounds. It'll stay with Canyon View as Camry Potter come off the high pick, tried to get all the way there. So they'll come in out of the out of bounds, top of the key, right side for a 3. No good. Ball's loose. Picked up once again by Christina Boyle. And then up the floor, another turnover.
Throwing it up ahead. Both teams not doing a great job in transition with the ball.
Whoop. There's a 3. No good. I said whoop. I thought they might whistle a travel. A little bit of kind of a catch and a jump.
Yeah, they've started to let that hop into the shot a lot more. It's kind of filtered down from that stuff that I think they call it basketball in the NBA.
I was just going to say that came from the NBA, didn't it?
Yeah, I think they call that more entertainment. It's getting more like it's WWF stuff.
And the inbound pass underneath is stolen. Boy, and it's getting a little physical down inside there. And yeah, you can see that one coming, I think.
She got tagged a few times, Vargas did, when she lost the ball there. And when she went to go get it back, she had a head of steam.
So Bethany Vargas picks up the personal foul.
Layton Christian working on this box set, looking to get Boyle a corner 3. She's going to pop out right here. I actually ran her off a little bit of an elevator to the wing.
A little bit short, no good. Ball's loose on the floor, controlled by Canyon View. Will go the other way. Here comes Spencer with it. Kicks it right side. Open, 18-foot jumper. Up and good. Cambry Potter gets her first 2 of the game.
Mailey doing a good job of getting down and getting the defense, and Cambry just kind of floated out into that short corner. It did a nice job spacing away as she had a teammate that was going to take the lane.
So far, Christina Boyle with just the 3 as they look to get her going. You can tell she is and I say this in the most polite way, up with a shot. Layup is good. I will get that one first.
Silva.
Nice play.
She likes to penetrate. Did a great job yesterday with penetration, getting those type of finishes.
I was going to say Boyle is one of those, what you call a gym rat.
Yeah,
loves to be in the gym.
absolutely.
You can see she has spent time on the hardwood. Girl can handle the ball. She's very fluid, and she can shoot it. So,
absolutely.
End of the first comes. It's 11-5. Canyon View leads. Hang with us. We'll be back with the second quarter action right after this.
Emory Telecom knows reliable internet is more important than ever. It lets us work from home, share life with family and friends, and make vital connections online. To help, qualifying customers can now access the new Affordable Connectivity Program and step up to fast, reliable e-fiber internet at a savings of up to $30 per month. Learn more about this new opportunity. Visit acpbenefit.org today.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's 2 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. IPSC, honored to sponsor this sports broadcast.
And we're back live here inside of the America First Event Center as we get ready to start second quarter. Again, this is a win-or-go-home game.
Canyon View that first quarter finally able to get a little bit in transition. They quit turning the ball over and got some baskets going for them.
We'll skip past way over the court right side, and somehow I was going to say Canyon View might save it, and they do. I don't know how, but they get the ball back.
Whoever is going to finally get a hold of it.
About a 16-footer, no good. Another offensive rebound, though. Here's a 3 right down the barrel. This one rolls off the front of the iron, up and in.
Nice little catch and shoot from the offensive rebound. Great time. Some space there for Spencer to be able to catch it and knock it down.
And she leads all scorers with 7 so far here in the ball game. See if Layton Christian can answer. 9-point game is, and they're going to get a little bit of a drag of the pivot foot out at the free throw line. We'll go the other way.
She's had a tough time up there on the, when she catches in the high post. Feet have gotten moving a little too much.
Just underway, second quarter action. East Dutton Shakespeare, I'm Ken Nielsen. Barrett Hilton produces this one. Good to be here with you on state tournament weekend. Nothing better than getting to spend a couple of days in the gym in the state tournament.
That's for sure. Canyon View running the horns there, running Jada Gleave off of a double screen off the top of that horns. And as Layton Christian came out to stop her, they had a little bit too much speed. Couldn't slow down. So they're going to go back into that horns and now use this as a single side.
Boy, nice bounce pass out to the perimeter for a 3. This one's no good. And right now, Canyon View seems to be the one getting to most of those 50-50 balls.
They've done a great job tracking those down.
The 3 ball out on the angle right is good by Jada Gleave. Her first points of the game. Averages 9. That's her first 3.
She's got a nice shot from out there. And as that they chased it down, you described they're the ones going and getting it. And that allowed Jada to be open for that catch and shoot opportunity.
Layton Christian looking to answer right here. As I'm not sure who the pass was going to, but it worked. It found its way through.
They found the ball.
How about this left-handed turnaround, little hook shot, no good by Boyle. Out of bounds, it will be Canyon View ball.
Canyon View doing a nice job getting her up to 8 feet away from the basket rather than the 6, to where if she was 6, I bet she makes that the way that look coming to her left hand. That's good footwork, good ball movement, or good movement, but just not able to capitalize as the defense did a good job on her.
Yep, Nichols hands off to Spencer. Back left side. Nichols, bounce pass in the lane. Again, it's a ball that's there for the taking, and it'll be a jump ball this time, but
Yeah, Grace was able to get on that one this time from late LCA, and so they've kind of stepped that up as Canyon View was taking all those, and this time Layton Christian gets in there.
Brooklyn Davey into the ball game for Canyon View. Davey, a junior. The Canyon View team is, I shouldn't say relatively young, they're very young. I think they've got 2 seniors listed on the roster. Here's Boyle, drives, bank shot on a runner left side, great move.
She's working to get some points on the board.
Now here's a steal. And a chance for Layton Christian to get back into this as far as only being down 10, but they can get this down to 7 if this one goes short. No good. Ball tipped and recovered by Canyon View.
And they kick it up to Nichols. Nice passing.
Yeah, great entry pass and a foul going to the bucket right there.
Love how Canyon View got that up the sideline, and then everybody else was still running, so then they were able to send that into the paint. It was good transition passing. Layton Christian's not as active out in those lanes as they were earlier in the game.
So Peyton Lister at the free throw line. First one a little bit short. One of the 2 seniors on the roster for Canyon View.
She sure gets after it on the boards.
Yep.
Does a good job chasing anything down inside.
You get a great look there from our camera on the baseline. Second one's no good, as Team Hive, powered by Centricom, does such a good job with the production of these games.
Yes, they do.
Beautiful
Silva.
move down the lane, no good as the ball just rolls off, unfortunately there for Silva.
Great use of the crossover. She tries to pop it out from Spencer, able to gather it back up.
Canyon View's got numbers. They'll take a 3, angle right. This one's in and out, no good, and another offensive rebound taken by the Falcons right there, Davey. And then she's tied up on the baseline. It'll stay with Canyon View.
Canyon View liking the early transition threes, letting them go. They're not finding the mark too often, but it does create opportunities for them to get offensive rebounds. This time baseline out of bounds out of the 1-4 low. Trying to send Nichols in from that offside and just couldn't quite get the passes. It was defended well by Layton Christian.
Canyon View comes up with the ball, then an errant pass gets away and out of bounds. And Layton Christian once again with an opportunity to get this back down to single digits.
Layton Christian's going to work out of a 1-4 high now.
So it'll be Silva. They'll go to the high post. Oh, nice cut down low. Layup up and good. That was a great catch by Grace Ito, and a layup good.
Get that high post catch, and then the other high post just drops straight down in.
17-9. As getting closer to the midway point here of the second quarter. Here's Nichols. Now left side, back to Nichols. She'll take an 18-footer. In and out, no good. Rebound, knocked out of bounds. Should be Layton Christian ball, and it is.
A lot of these shots we've seen out of Nichols, they're shots that she made, all the way through the season. This morning, just having a tough time getting to the fall.
So chance to even cut further into this lead for Layton Christian. Here they come, right side with it. Handling it is Silva. Up top, Boyle, down the barrel. Count it.
Going to a block-to-block screen, and as Boyle goes and sets that block, then she comes up through, and the elevator doors close, and that gets her open for that space.
Yeah, this shows you what kind of a touch she has from distance. She's got 8 now in the ball game. Now here's a steal.
Silva's on her way again.
Yep. Bianca Silva to the bucket, lays it up, got it, and all of a sudden, they've closed the gap here to 3.
Got out, stealing the ball. Silva got at the basket. Boyle getting that elevator 3. Oh, but Boyle's getting caught reaching a little too far in on Nichols.
Just her first personal, so she's okay in that realm, I believe. Yep. Not a lot of fouls called here in the first half. Just 4 on Layton Christian. Only 1 on Canyon View so far. So nobody even close to being. Whoops, that might have been a backcourt. What's close?
No whistle, so
okay,
good to go.
Good friend of mine, Dean Fowles, who coached football forever. Here comes Boyle down the lane. Lays it up and in. Floater's good. She's really starting to turn it on. That's Dan. He used to tell me, hey, it's not a foul unless it's called. So
there you have it.
No foul there, no harm.
No, but what it did do, interestingly enough, is it got LCA the ball in transition going, because had that called, they reset. They probably don't have the ball there.
Exactly.
But they get that still, and that gives them 2 points here. And
left side 3. In and out again. Boy, we've seen that happen a lot. And now Layton Christian with a chance to take the lead here late in the first half. Oh, nice dump-off pass. Layup, up and good. Great catch, lay-in. And all of a sudden, Layton Christian is on, what, an 11-0 run.
They are. You love seeing a ball handler put the defender on their back and create space that way so her teammate can separate and so she could get that dump pass to her. That's just good transition offense and knowing how to handle the ball with a defender coming at you.
This was a 17-7 game, and now all of a sudden, Layton Christian has taken the lead on an 11-0 run. Here's another steal. Layton Christian's length bothering Canyon View. Here comes Boyle. Layup up, good, count it, and she'll shoot a free throw.
She loves the and one. Is Grace doing a great job running the right lane with her, and that made the defense having to make decisions, and they never cut off Boyle. And so that beautiful left-hand finish, easy done, and Canyon View wants a timeout.
We'll take it with him. 2017 with 2:06 to go in the half. When we come back, we'll have a free throw, and we'll run from there.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. Bookmark TeamHive.live, Utah's new home for streaming high school sports and other events. Powered by Centricom Local 10.
Maybe he landed here totally by coincidence. But if by chance he's admiring your fresh coat of Benjamin Moore soft sky blue, well, that's a pretty high compliment. Coming from an expert.
And we welcome you back inside of the America First Event Center. This is a 13-0 run for Layton Christian. They were down 17-7 and a chance to push this to a 14-0 run. They have really come alive.
Able to get some good ball pressure on and some easy stuff out in transition with their teammates running together.
And Boyle knocked it down. All of a sudden, she's got 13 in the ball game to lead all scorers.
I think those 13, are they all but maybe 3 from the second quarter?
I think you're exactly right. So Canyon View now looking to try and answer. Here's a 3 ball, right side, long, no good. Rebound is tipped out, and Canyon View will have another chance. How about that 3? Way out there.
Archaically from probably over in Enoch. Good heavens. She was a long ways out there. But another offensive rebound 3. And that's really where Canyon View's been able to make their threes, is out of those offensive rebound kickouts.
Yeah, Jada with 6 points on 2 made 3-point buckets. Here's Boyle. Between the legs, now goes left side. And runner from the baseline floats it up short, no good. And the rebound comes down to Vargas. Up the floor in a hurry. Here comes Leave. Has the 3. Got it.
Able to get going here. She got in transition, just stayed wide left. And nice catch in rhythm.
So Gleave with back-to-back 3s gives Canyon View the lead once again, 23-21.
Timeout worked really well for Canyon View right there.
Down the lane, ball gets away and out of bounds. They wanted a foul, did Layton Christian. No, they won't get it, and Canyon View will have it.
A little renewed purpose as they've come out and got some defensive stops and also 2 threes out of Jada Gleave.
5 threes in the ball game now for Canyon View. 4 2-point field goals. So shooting the 3 ball well. Now here's another steal. All the way to the bucket, layup. No good. Put back is good. Guess who?
She's not going to miss that one. Let Canyon View working out of 1-4 high, and they went for a dribble handoff, but instead they used a shovel, and those shovels can be so hard sometimes, as Layton Christian did a good job jumping it.
Whistle foul down low against Layton Christian. 15 in the game now for Christina Boyle. Got off a little bit slow, but now she has really turned it up. Shows you why she is tied for the second leading scorer in the state in the 3A. Girl can flat out play the game.
Yes, she can.
There's a reach-in foul. This is going to go against Bianca Silva.
They were working on that 1-4 low. inbounder just came back in, got the catch. That's Jada. And Silva decided she wanted to dig in and steal it from her.
16th foul. They'll shoot on the next one. Shot clock is off, and Canyon View might have just thrown this one away. I don't think it was tipped. It was not. It'll be Layton Christian ball.
Had a nice look from that block-to-block screen, and then the other player coming from that other side.
And now we're going to have a discussion from the underside official to say it was tipped. I wondered if it was.
Yeah, we couldn't see it from our angle,
no.
and I think the same thing. The official that did have the angle did a good job calling, saying, hey, no, I saw that tip.
No argument from the Layton Christian bench. So what? Because they're going to steal it. Here's a little bit of a run out by Boyle. How about that one?
She finishes so well with both hands, that time using the right hand, cutting from the left side. It's fun to watch a player like that.
17 now in the ball game for Boyle. And she gives Layton Christian the lead right back at 25-23. 5 seconds left on the clock. Here's another 3-ball. Will this one go? In and out. Tough luck shot. Rebound, and before they can get it back up, buzzer sounds. And we go to the break with Layton Christian leading this one 25-23. Stay with us as Brad James will have our stats to us here momentarily, and we'll give you an update on where things stand and a little bit about the tournament later on today. So stay with us. We'll be back after this.
Zions Bank proudly supports our local communities and schools. We've been providing families and businesses with banking tools and stellar service for nearly 150 years. For helping you achieve your financial goals, Zions Bank is for you.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or while on the go. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Call or visit Centricom.com to learn more.
We want your vehicles. At JN Auto, we are ready to buy. Cars, trucks, SUVs, with 2 convenient locations in Huntington and Price. Your selling solutions just got easier. Buy, sell, or trade with JN Auto. Driven forward, driven for you.
Edge Tire Pros in Nephi is the smart choice for a new set of tires for your pickup, work vehicle, or passenger car. The technicians at Edge Tire Pros provide trustworthy service on oil changes, brake work, and suspension accessories like lift kits, bed liners, and custom rims. Choose from a wide variety of tires including Cooper, BF Goodrich, and Michelin with a nationwide warranty on free flat tire repair, free rotation, and free road hazard. For a limited time, get the Edge Bronze Oil Change for just $19.99. Edge Tire Pros across the street from Parks Home Furnishings on Main Street in Nephi.
Centricom believes the service relationship continues long after installation, and we're available to support you every step of the way. That's why if there is a problem with our equipment, a service visit from us means no cost to you. We know the value of a satisfied customer, so if you refer us to a friend, we'll take care of them and you'll get 1 month of service free. We promise to make your experience the best it can be. Centricom, keeping you connected.
And good morning. Welcome back inside of the 3A State Basketball Tournament. If you're just joining us, where have you been?
That's right.
Where have you been as we kick things off early here this morning at the state tournament? 9:30 start to this one in the semifinal Consolation. What a great atmosphere here at the state tournament at Southern Utah University. And I'm gonna throw a big shout out here to Canyon View here this morning. They're here and kind of ramping things up. They've got as good a pep band as you'll hear. They've done a great job entertaining the crowd here. So hats off to the director down there, young man leading this group. They have been outstanding here this morning. We got to see the state championship drill team perform just a moment ago, the Canyon View drill team, and they were fantastic. And so it's more than just basketball here in the arena today. There's a lot of stuff going on.
That's good stuff. Yeah, you love seeing everybody taking their part and showing their things they've been working at.
So it's a 25-23 ball game here at the half. After one, it was a real kind of a low-scoring affair. Canyon View led 11-5, and Layton Christian was really struggling trying to get into any kind of an offensive step. We talked about Christina Boyle, the second leading scorer in the state. She was really kind of struggling to find her range, and then all of a sudden that second quarter things clicked, and they have gotten on a roll, and Christina Boyle is lighting it up.
Well, and I think a lot of that click was Silva was able to get the ball out in transition, and that gets Boyle open more as Canyon View kind of backed off a little bit right there. And that I felt like that was a big change for Layton Christian as their teammates were running with Silva there in transition. They were able to get some turnovers, different things, and catch Canyon View maybe just sitting back on their heels a little bit.
Absolutely. We look at the numbers from the first half. Dustin, anything stand out to you here as far as stats are concerned?
You know, as I was looking as Canyon View, yesterday they shot 17 threes in the whole game. Today they've shot 17 and a half. They're on track to hit up over 30 threes, but they did get one more to fall, as we saw a couple of them get hot there for a second, and so they're 5 for 17, so just almost at 30%, and that's been a big effort for them. They've really wanted to shoot the three. Neither team going to the free throw line. We talked a little bit about that in there, and that shows you really Layton Christian's pressure on the basket's been in transition, and Canyon View will shooting 17 threes. They haven't put a ton of pressure on the basket.
As far as your leading scorers in this one for Canyon View, I believe Jada Gleave right now with 9 in the ball game, 7 for Maylee Spencer, 3 for Maya Nichols, and then a couple other players with a pair. But for Layton Christian, it has been the Christina Boyle show. She has 17 of the 25 for the Eagles, and then 3 other players have scored. Bianca Silva with 4, and then a couple with 2 points apiece. But Canyon View has got to find a way to try and slow Boyle down just a little bit here if they want to win this game.
Yeah, that's exactly right. See what they do coming here out of half and how they've decided they're going to guard her. But I really think a lot of it is how are they going to manage Silva as they focus on her putting pressure on the hoop, and that gets Boyle open for different looks and different opportunities. Kind of got the Canyon View defense out of whack there.
Yep. Both teams with a fairly high number of turnovers. Canyon View with 13, Layton Christian with 14, so kind of a wash. But I'm sure they talked
early in that first quarter.
Sure they talked about it at halftime.
Boyle got another decent look, though.
Yep, just off the iron, no good. Canyon View back the other way with a chance to tie this game up again.
Both teams playing a lot of man defense here. All second quarter was all man defense.
There's Spencer down inside, low block. I thought she might put the shot up. Trades it for even, like I say, a better shot, but it rolls off. Got a good look right there. Pretty good ball movement.
Yes, they did. Beautiful pass right there in transition to Boyle.
Step back three by Boyle. It's short. Whoop.
Really, Spencer drug it out a little long there.
That's all right.
Got away with it.
So Canyon View with the offense again, a chance to tie this up or even take the lead with the three. Just underway, second half action here from the 3A State Girls Basketball Tournament. Boys will take center stage later this evening. There's
like
steal.
That 1-4 high dribble handoff into a pick and roll, but Layton Christian just defending it well.
Hey, but how about that shovel pass?
Yep, Silva again gets down into the drop zone, and her teammates keep moving. A lot of times, Grace, some players will stay out there begging for that three.
Yeah.
But because she cut, just got that beautiful wide open layup.
Yeah, nice job on running the floor there by Grace. Canyon View again struggling to get into their set right here. Cross-court pass baseline. Back inside. And they'll have to reset. Not sure they're going to try to get that back cut. Just too much traffic there to throw that one.
Traffic in there. Layton Christian doing a good job plugging up that inside.
Here's Boyle. Kicks it cross court to Grace now. Down on the low block. Another nice entry pass and another layup. And they are really starting to find a rhythm. Is Layton Christian.
Nice job hitting the high post and then running some back action off the side to get Silva cutting down in there, and she sees it and dumps it to her. Good movement without the ball.
This might be the biggest lead of the game for Layton Christian, up by 6.
Absolutely.
And the answer right back does Maya Nichols with her second field goal. She's got 5.
Good to see her get one fall here early in the half. She's such a good shooter.
Look out. Boyle at you with a 3. No good. Follows her shot up. Going to save it? Not quite. Right into the hands of Maya Nichols. Nichols down the lane, right side. Here's an 18-footer. Long, no good. Grace with another rebound, and they've got another run out. Layup, up, and good.
Their transition's been good, and they've been able to connect on their passes and get out ahead of Canyon View as the Canyon View transition defense not really engaged.
Lead back to 6. See if they can answer with a 3 on the right side. Short, no good. Rebound taken down by the Eagles.
And they've got Boyle out ahead.
So here we go. It'll be Silva. Now to Boyle. Has a wide open look. In and out. Tough luck shot. Rebound put back is in and out. And unfortunate for Layton Christian, they had 2 that went halfway down and right back out. They get nothing for it.
If you're able to watch that possession, it was really fun to watch as Silva brings the ball down the floor. She saw Boyle early, and she just kind of let her know, said, hey, I'm coming to you. Just a second. And you saw her finger come up as they connected. And I was curious what that was going to look like. Well, she penetrates all the way down into traffic and just makes a beautiful pass, not really even looking at her, hits her in the corner. She didn't get the shot to fall, but that was fun to watch those two coordinate that and know what was going on.
As we look ahead here today, we got a full day of basketball, 8 ball games here in the arena today. Up next, the other Consolation side of the bracket, it will be Delta taking on Judge. Delta played pretty well. So did Judge last night. We saw those 2 games. You and I did the Judge game together. Judge hung tough with Grantsville for a good portion of that ball game, and then Delta gave Carbon, I think, everything they wanted and then some as well. So.
They really did. Yes, yeah.
So that's the next one. That'll be up at 11:10. And then we get to switch over to the championship side of the bracket. And it will be Morgan and Richfield. They've got, actually, they have the later game. Carbon Grantsville, I believe, at 4:10. And then at 5:50, Morgan Richfield. Well, those are two games that you don't want to miss. I think those will be a battle.
Really fun games. They will be. Curious to see. That Morgan Richfield game, they've got a lot of similarities in those teams. And then the Grantsville Carbon, they've got some differences. Carbon, they do a good job of managing where they're at and how they work together. So they should be great ball games.
We'll talk a little bit later about the boys. They'll take over this evening with 2 consolation games, 2 semifinal championship games. Well, they tried to get the back cut underneath, but just too much traffic down inside there.
Well, Letty's doing a good job inside the paint there. She's long, she stays active, and makes that even more difficult. Like you said, all that traffic.
High post.
Nobody
Kick
cut
it right
this
side.
time.
Yep. There, boy, they had it there for a moment. Now they find her. Layup, no good. Ball just a little bit hard off the glass.
Lister doing a nice job, just making her just uncomfortable enough to get that miss.
Here's a jumper from just inside the arc, off the iron, no good. And now, Dustin, they've kind of flipped the scripts. I said early in the game, Canyonview was getting all the 50-50 balls. Now it seems like
it's all LCA.
Layton Christian's getting them now.
Yep, they are. They are attacking that thing anytime it's loose. A little pin down screen right there for Boyle.
Layton Christian doing a nice job with their ball movement here in the second half. Here's Boyle. Puts it on the floor. Almost loses it. Gets it back. Plenty of time on the shot clock. 10 seconds left there. Here's Boyle way out on top. Gets a high screen. Works now down low block. Floats it up, and they say there's a whistle before the layup.
It's rough. They got her down to 4 seconds.
I just said they ran that all the way down.
So the foul bells them out, and they get a new fresh 35 to go back to work as their action just wasn't nearly as clean. And a lot of that's Can't-Use defense. They did a good job, and right there they jammed that up and made it really hard on Boyle. But
so it'll be Bianca Silva to inbound on the baseline. As she looks, comes way out on top to Boyle. She'll take an NBA three, short. Rebound taken down by Maya Nichols. And the Falcons will run. They got a layup if they see her. Didn't quite see her quick enough. They'll go left side for an 18-footer. Good.
Got her on that drift pass. The transition coming all the way down deep in. Maya Nichols slips out there just out past the short corner.
Averages 8 on the year. She got 7 here this morning, and now another timeout's going to be taken.
Layton Christian wants it. They feel a little Canyon momentum, as we were talking about the effort Layton Christian had been giving. Canyon got out in transition those last couple times, and you can see they were trying to get back up and going.
And we said we were going to give you a little info on the boys' side. A couple of upsets yesterday early in the tournament. Has sent a couple of I shouldn't say lower seeds, but the lower seeds in the games are moving on as Juab got a kind of a, Juab's very capable. I hate to call it an upset, but as far as
by the numbers it was.
It was. So Juab gets the win over Richfield. They advance. Summit Academy knocks off Emory in that early game.
Yeah, that was that early morning game. Summit Academy did a good job. Talk about that effort. Summit Academy brought the effort all game long. Did a great job to close out and beat the Spartans.
And then, of course, Manti takes care of business like we thought they would. They advance on. And then Grantsville gets the win over a gritty Morgan team. So your matchups, your 2 late games are going to be, I think, really good games.
Fun games, yeah.
So if you're coming down, I think you're going to see some really good basketball. And even the Consolation games are going to be some good ones as well. Boyle, off the iron, no good. Kind of starting off the second half like she did the first half.
Yeah.
We'll see if she gets going again. Canyon View dumps it right side. Little 8-foot jumper, up and good. Macy Sorensen, her first 2 of the game.
I think when Vargas is on Boyle, that helps her start off with that slow start because Vargas is a really good defender.
Good point. Back to a 2-point game, 31-29 as we approach just over 2 minutes to go here in the third. How about that turnaround jumper? No good. And a rebound foul coming over the back. Going to be called on Marcella.
Miles comes in the game and does a good job of boxing out Marcella to where she had to come over her back, and she displaced her, so they are going to give Canyonview the ball. Layton Christian was showing a little bit, but it looked like more just a communication of who was going to guard who. They're still working through a little bit of that. There, they got it figured.
Well, it has been a game of runs for sure. Yes, Canyonview on it. Oh, beautiful bounce pass through the traffic, and layup missed. Ball's loose. Yeah, it'll be a jump ball, and boy, did Canyonview just missed a golden opportunity right there.
Maylee Spencer sees that so well. She likes to draw everybody up to her and make those dump passes. That was a pretty one.
They'll keep the ball, though, do the Falcons, and they'll take a 3 instead. This one's up and good. So we'll trade a layup, too, for a three-pointer out on that angle left.
They use that 1-4 low and just catch LCA a little bit of sleep. Jada Gleave had her feet set and was ready to shoot it.
That's 4 threes for her now. Here's a steal. On the run, here come the Falcons all the way down the lane. Scoop shot. How about that one? Count it. She's fouled. chance to get the three-point play the old-fashioned way.
She went right in the heart of the defense right there. As you see on the replay, Grace was swiping at her, had somebody walled up there. But she just got enough length to get underneath and flip that up with her left hand. That was a fun finish.
So free throw coming now for Bethany Vargas. She got 4 points in the game. Just a sophomore. Free throw, no good. And the Eagles will have it.
Canvey putting a little full court pressure on. Jammed them up a little bit. Silva's going to go at it. She gets fouled.
Yeah, whistle down low.
Kind of similar, except for without the finish that Vargas showed us. Silva goes in and just kind of bounced her way down the paint, splitting through people.
Layton Christian led this game 25-23 at the half. Now Canyon View on a little bit of a run. They lead at 34-31, but free throws coming and up and good. First one by Bianca Silva. She now has 9 points in the game. That's her first free throw. That's only the second free throw of the entire game for Layton Christian. And but it's been very even because Canyon View, they've only shot 3 themselves.
Oh yeah, they haven't. They finally started getting in a little bit of traffic inside to possibly draw like a foul like we've seen the last 2 times. But
here's an errant pass inside out, goes out of bounds. Too much pressure there. Layton Christian really got after him, turned him over.
Now Vargas, she's going to take a break right here. Nichols came back in. We'll take a look and see how Nichols she matches up against Boyle.
2-point game. And Layton Christian with a chance to tie this thing up again. Been a back and forth affair all morning long. Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know if they were going to get it or not, but a little bit of a shuffle step down the lane and we'll go the other way.
Lane closed-ish, and so she held on to it and feet couldn't stop.
Under a minute to go here in the third. Here's Maylee Spencer with it. Gets a high screen. Now comes back the other way. All the way to the bucket. Skip pass over the top. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Down the lane whistle. A little bit too much contact, I believe, from Bianca Silva.
Dug in there a little deep as Canview had moved the ball from side to side. Going to go back into that 1-4 low, see if they can catch him sleeping again.
So maybe Spencer to trigger it in. Underneath
a little closer to Jada that time.
Well, that's a tough pass. And yeah, nice catch there by Macy Sorensen to save the turnover, and then she's fouled.
She was digging in there out of that 1-4 low on the offside block. She just went to try to go one-on-one, see if she could get it, like you described it. It's a tough one.
Yep, we'll start over again. If Canyon View wanted, they could just about pretty much run this quarter out. There's 36.4 on the game, 35 on the shot, but I'm sure they're gonna play for a. Boy, they had her. They'll go right side with the jumper. No good, but they had Maya Nichols right down the lane for a layup. Just didn't see her.
Just didn't. Yep. That 1-4 low, they got some different actions out of it. Like you said, that one did open up on the offside.
So Layton Christian with a chance to close out this quarter with the ball if they want to. Shot clock is off. Boyle with it way out front, and then I think she realizes that. We're down to 20 seconds on the game.
Gave Silva a little break here. You can see they were trying to look to try to get it into Boyle's hands. There's nobody else there that wanted to handle the ball.
Okay, should be fun to watch right here. Here goes Christina Boyle with it off the angle right. Down to 7, down to 6. Let's see what she does. Comes off a high screen, 3 ball. Off the iron, no good. Rebound. They'll get one last crack at it at the buzzer. No good. And at the end of 3, 34-32 is your score. Should be a good one. Stay with us as we got the final 8 right around the corner.
Castle Valley Orthodontics specializes in state-of-the-art digital radiographs and 3D dental models. It also offers interest-free payment plans starting as low as $99 a month. Castle Valley Orthodontics will be there with you from beginning to end.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dan Cowley with Castle Valley Orthodontics. Born and raised here in Carbon-Emery County, been able to move back home. Looking forward to meeting everybody at Carbon-Emery County coming in to see us.
So here we go. 8 minutes to go in somebody's season.
That's right. That's going to be a fun 8 minutes. Just a one-possession game here. Canview was able to use the third quarter to get their lead back. Got some different things out and moving. See what they can do here as we start the fourth, and they've got the ball. Silva is still on the bench, and we'll see how that plays out.
Here's a jumper just inside the free throw line. No good, but a nice rebound there by Emery Miles. And then the pass stolen away out on top. Layton Christian back coming the other way. And a jump ball just kind of dribbled into that. What did they call a foul? No, they called a jump ball.
They called jump. Melee and
just got into a double
Jada
team.
Jumped her there. Yep, they did a good job stopping her there on the sideline, getting her a jump.
Baseline drive, and they'll kick it around right side inside. Boy, just everybody wanted a 3-second call. They're not going to get it. Here's a shot up, no good by Boyle. Gets it back. She'll crank another one, and this time just a little short. And Dustin, we were talking during the break. Christina Boyle has not scored since the first half. Canyon done a nice job pushing her out beyond the black line, the three-point line. That's the college line.
They really have. It's been a big focus. They wanted to come out of half and make sure she didn't get anything, and they've done a great job so far.
Just underway here in the fourth quarter of this first Consolation semifinal game. Delta Judge coming up next.
There, they finally got in their 1-4. They were struggling getting that, trying to get into the flex screen there, but she didn't curl off of it. She decided to lift.
Nice drive all the way bucket, layup, no good. Whistle and a foul, and it's going to send Grace Ito to the line.
Yeah, nice attack. That was one of the things that did happen when Layton Christian was able to get that lead, is Grace was able to get the ball around the basket and get some finishes, and we haven't seen much of that either here in the second half. Canyon be doing a good job taking away some of those strengths that lost them the lead.
First one no good. Layton Christian just two of four from the free throw line. Neither team has made any kind of a living at the free throw line tonight, or this morning, I should say. Second one is good by Grace. She's got 5 points. And we'll come back the other way. Jada Gleave handling it out front. And Grace doing a nice job defensively on her.
Oh, man, yeah. She wasn't letting her move.
Another high screen. Switch this time. Canyonview with a 12-second shot clock. Kind of stumbling to the bucket, puts it up no good, was Jada Gleave. And here comes Boyle. Can she get her first bucket of the half? No. Tipped right back to her, and this one will go.
And last time when she saw one fall, then they came in a flurry. So see what happens, how Canyonview is able to either stem that or if it
19 in the ball game for the 5'9" senior guard. Here's a steal. Layton Christian back the other way. Layup blocked out of bounds.
Vargas.
It'll stay with Layton Christian, who all of a sudden, Dustin, has the lead, 35-34.
They do. They got moving there. They've brought a bunch of energy coming out of the break, and then they had another one, but Vargas defended that really well.
So Layton Christian was going to reset, but they steal it away to the Canyonview Falcons. Vargas to the bucket, no good. Ball tipped, and Canyonview comes back with a second try. This one rolls off. And ball knocked out of bounds. It'll go to Layton Christian.
Vargas being a lefty, coming down the right lane. You saw her trying to get over to the left side. Canyonview doing a good job making that hard on her. So she wasn't able to get there, and able to get her slowed down was Layton Christian.
So it'll be back the other way. Layton Christian with a chance to add to the 1-point lead. 6 minutes to go.
Canyonview going to put some full court pressure on, looks like.
Which was pretty effective in the first half when they did
cause some problems, and right there they get a timeout. So they're excited about that. That really was within time because it was going to be a 10-second call. There was just 1 second left in
good catch.
That half court. So, yep, Coach Hoagland saving that possession. Otherwise, that was going to be a turnover. So good job by the coach to be aware of the time.
So 35-34. 1-point lead for Layton Christian.
And they've come in the fourth, a little renewed energy, pushing on them, seeing if they can get something going. Canyonview's not fell into the mess that they got in the second quarter nearly as bad. Yeah. They've been stemming it a lot better. And I would expect, Layton Christian, they're going to make this hard push here and see what they can get out of it. That timeout. And I like the going to the full court pressure, because with that changes how Layton Christian's thinking about going at the basket. Nice little adjustment there by Canyon View. Looks like they're going to stay full court. Oh, now she's moving them back.
Canyon View
just shifting them though.
Canyon View led after the first 11-5, and then Layton Christian outscored the Falcons 20-12 in that second quarter, led at 25-23.
And there's Nichols with the jump in the pass and that pressure, and got herself a layup.
Nicely done.
So she did a good job reading it. She stood back behind the girl from Layton Christian, was standing in the middle. She waited and jumped that pass well.
Yep.
Silva's back in the game now to help him get the ball down the floor.
Boy, a lot of contact at half court. They're going to call an offensive foul.
Jada Gleave doing a good job jumping in front and getting ran over there by Silva.
Bianca, I'm impressed with Bianca right there. Was not happy with the call, but made sure she helped up her opponent. I really like her game. She's kind of carried Layton Christian in this second half, waiting for kind of Boyle to get going.
Yep.
9 points for Bianca.
I'm going to work out of that horns. Look here.
Jada Gleave back and forth. Got to get rid of it. And a jump ball.
There they go. They did. I like that. As that horns that brought in a screen. She refused it first, then she screened, and then she rescreened. And Layton Christian said they've had enough of that, and they just jumped her and able to get that jump ball.
Falcons keep possession on the arrow.
Going to come back into this 1-4.
And lead at it about the slimmest of margins, obviously. 35-36, Falcons lead it. Oh, nice catch down low. Layup no good.
She worked so hard to keep that ball and did a great job. Just couldn't get to fall. And Silva going all the way.
Boy, and I like what Silva did there. She felt the pressure coming from the right side, so what'd she do? Put the ball in the left hand to keep it away from the pressure till she got to the basket.
And while she was doing that, she was looking off the other defender. She's fun to watch, the way she can look. She can look defenders off. She can do what you just described. Man, she handles it well.
First one no good. She'll have another.
See if she can tie this game up.
Peyton Lister back in for Canyon View.
Lister, she's done a great job on the rebounds for Canyon View. When they've gotten those offensive rebound threes, usually Lister's been the one to get the rebound and kick it out to a wide open teammate. Silva not able to get either one, so Canyon View able to retain that 1 point lead.
Back the other way.
There's Vargas the whole way. Nobody picked her up.
And that's why you talk about her a lot, Dustin, is that she's got to be on the floor. She's just that good.
She brings so much energy, and she just takes advantage of things.
And she almost steals it from the backside the other way.
Miley Spencer had done a good job setting up the girl she was defending, so Vargas come from that backside and punch that out.
Canyon View tried to steal the inbound possession right
there. They did. They were going to say, if you'll give it to me, we'll take it. Little
smart
box
move.
Set. Boyle's going to come back out here for a corner. Well, they like the elevator three. A little different rather than the corner three.
Boy, Vargas goes down hard.
Yeah, she's not liking that.
Three, no good, knocked out of bounds. It will be Canyon View ball.
Vargas coming through that elevator as Layton Christian puts a little wrinkle into that corner three out of bounds play, and they run it up through an elevator. Vargas got tagged with a screen, and she went down, so they're going to give her just a minute's break and bring Potter in.
I really like Laura Velasco from Layton Christian. She went over, checked on her, made sure she was okay.
Doing a good job.
I think she saw how hard she went down as well.
She's hurting over there on the bench.
Uh-oh. Dribble off the foot out of bounds. It will be Layton Christian ball.
They're going to have another opportunity here. Canyon View's going to keep the pressure up. There they come.
Just going to back off a little.
Looks like, yep, just token. Get back into their man.
Bianca Silva handles it for Layton Christian. Comes left side, Boyle drives, runs it up with one hand, no good. Rebound tipped. Nicely done by Layton Christian to save the rebound. Silva once again with a fresh shot clock. Under 4 to go on the game clock. Here's a three. Got it. And a foul.
My goodness. Oh, Silva uses the high ball screen. Good screen, as you can see on that replay right there. It created a lot of space as Jada went down underneath. But then, actually, they might give it. Okay, they didn't end up giving her just one shot. But Jada Gleave tags her.
Yep.
And good call by the officials.
I thought so, too.
As she got tagged on that box out.
That's a 4-point play right there. She knocks down the long three and then adds the free throw, and the lead back to Layton Christian.
Nothing like a 4-point play to get that lead back.
So Canyon View going to take a three themselves. Down the barrel, long, no good rebound.
Silva.
Guess who? Bianca Silva. Right now, she is really carrying Layton Christian in this ball game.
They gave her a pretty long rest there on the bench, and she's come back ready to roll.
Jumper from the free throw line. Hard, no good. Rebound, nicely done by Canyon View. I believe that was Peyton Lister, as you mentioned, one of the better rebounders.
Oh, she does a good job for Canyon View that way. She's trying to get there in the clock. They're 4 out and 1 in this time.
1-point game as we approach 3 minutes to go in this one.
Going to 4 out and 1 in, you just stand. It doesn't work. You can't. I mean, the only person moving was the post, and it's not going to get you much.
Layton Christian survives a potential turnover right there, and they'll reset their offense. Under 3 in this one. Here's Boyle way out front. 19 in the ball game for Boyle.
She's acting like she's wanting to bring the clock down for some reason. I don't know what in the world's going on.
13 in the ball game for Bianca Silva.
That's wild.
They're going to run it all the way down. Here's Silva way out front with 7, 6, 5 on the shot. Down to 4, cranks a 3, and that's why. How about that?
If you can get that, you just well do it.
Boy, they couldn't have run it any better.
No.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, when it works that way, which I would like to know the percentage on when it does. But
little bit of a quick,
Spencer, she's going to take a tough shot.
Yeah,
there.
kind of a quick shot. And here comes Silva.
Man,
look at her handle the ball.
Well, yeah.
Look at that Euro step through the lane. Lays it up and in.
Oh, my goodness. Silva putting on a show. Putting on a show.
Yeah, unbelievable right there as Bianca Silva with a 3.
You watch her on that step through right there. She got a big old long step. The ball comes from the right to the left, and then she scoops it up and through. Man, she's been fun to watch all game, but this last minute or two, she's even stepped it up more.
Well, the last 3 possessions, she knocks a 3 with a foul, knocks the foul shot down, hits another 3, and
at
then
the end of the shot clock.
Yeah, at the end of the shot clock when we're wondering, not sure why you're running it all the way down.
Oh, my gosh. With 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to go, and you stand there with a 1-point lead and let it go down. But, hey, that time it worked in their favor. Able to knock that 3 down. My goodness. And then
that scoop shot
on
the Euro step all the way through. And all of a sudden, this is a 6-point game. Layton Christian on top. And I'm telling you what, Christina Boyle really carried him in the first half. It's been the Bianca Silva show here in the second.
She keeps looking for Boyle as she's bringing the ball up, but they just won't let her have any breath, and so she's just decided to do it on her own, and so far been able to do it. I'm curious after this timeout here. I felt like Layton Christian made their run in the second quarter, and now they're making their run in the fourth quarter. See if that timeout refreshes Canyon View and they get their energy back and going. And Vargas, that's another big thing we talked about. When she went out on that screen, that made a big difference for Canyon View, and it got Silva going. Now Vargas is back in the game. We'll see what kind of impact that has.
So the 2 seniors from Layton Christian, Boyle and Silva, 19 and 18 respectively. Boy, the pressure really pushing the offense out away from the basket. Nice pass, right side, back to Vargas. Needs to kick it out, does. Here's a 3-ball, blocked.
Silva.
Yeah. And then they lose it out of bounds, and that possession just seemed doomed from the get-go.
Yeah, a little out of balance. The movement wasn't good, and Layton Christian's defense was. And so the screening action, I like Layton Christian. They're starting to hedge and almost jump those ball screens a little more.
You feel like a basket right here, Dustin, might really.
Grace has got it.
Yeah, might put this one away. I shouldn't say it's still early, but that's a big one right there.
Well, that momentum is just so much Layton Christian. As Canyon View comes up in that full court pressure, and they don't get back, and Layton Christian uses the big, and you love that. That's a Steve Hoagland all day long. He loves using a big to get the catch in the middle, and then turn and allow your smalls to slip underneath, and the big can see over the top to make that kind of pass.
7 for Grace in the ball game now to help out the cause for Layton Christian. Here's an entry pass out of bounds. And we are starting to get a little late here in the game now with 1:23 to go.
Well, and this is, I don't love running the shot clock to where you have to take a bad shot. But if you want to start closing possessions and forcing them to do something, now with only three shot clock possessions technically left,
Plus,
you can do that.
You've got two bona fide ball handlers in Layton Christian.
Yeah.
Here's a 3 ball. They needed that one. Maya Nichols with her second 3.
Able to get just a little bit of space as she lifted down from the wing and able to get that catch and knock it down and make it a lot more interesting. But we know Layton Christian's plan, because they started this at 2:40 seconds. Yep. They're going to dwindle this baby down.
And we're under a minute to go. Bianca Silva handles out front with it, gets a high screen, goes down the lane, jump steps, didn't travel. And they're going to get a fresh shot clock? No, they won't, because the loose ball's picked up by Canyon View.
Lister doing a great job diving on that and saving that possession.
Here's another 3. Count it.
And Nichols gets going. Nice job right there. Puts a 1-possession game. So the shot clock is not really worth anything. It's a 1 second difference. So Canyon View's going to have to decide how they're going to play, because they're either going to have to foul or get a turnover right here.
And there's the foul.
Silva wanted to be the one getting fouled. She wasn't going to give that up, and Jada Gleave gives the foul.
15 in the game for Maya Nichols as she hits back-to-back 3s to get this down to a 2-point game.
Both teams will now be in the bonus. Well, I was just getting ready to talk about the shot clock and the amount of possessions, and as soon as that happened, all of a sudden Nichols, bang, bang, hits a couple 3s, closes the gap, and we got a 1-possession game. Shot clock's out of the way. Now we can play real basketball.
Yeah, that's fun to see Maya Nichols step up here late. She can flat out shoot the ball. Averages 8 points a game, and as I mentioned, 15 here this morning, and just a sophomore.
Just a sophomore. You know, you take a look here as we've got a 1-possession game. Silva's going to go to the free throw line. So if you're Canyon View, you're discussing how you want to attack and what type of action. As Layton Christian has started jumping those ball screens and causing problems, you have some other looks to maybe get Maylee Spencer going downhill and kick out to a Jada Gleave or a Nichols coming off of a curl screen. And then, of course, you better have Lister down there on the offside to get that put back. But if she makes both of them, that takes away what you have to worry about, because you just got to go get a basket, because it'll be a 2-possession game if she makes both of them. So you've got 21 seconds, tons of time, and then that full court pressure for Canyon View had caused a lot of problems, but the last time they brought the big into the middle and got that catch. So as Layton Christian, are they aware and how they want to break that pressure if Canyon View scores when they get the ball back here? So a lot of fun timeout situations going on in the huddles, preparing for your possession now. So both teams are now in the bonus here.
So here we go. It'll be Boyle handling it out front. And there's the foul with 15.4. And this will send Christina Boyle to the free throw line. She's been there one time here in the game. She's 1 for 1. And that's probably not who they wanted to have to foul.
Right.
But
they weren't going to let her foul anybody else, were they? Yeah. Either that or Silva's going to get the ball back, but she was focused on getting Boyle the ball there.
Oh, and it rims out. No good. Rebound to Canyon View. They got a chance now. Got to find a guard. They finally do. Down to 10 seconds.
Yep,
driving down the lane. Runner from the free throw line. Good! Maylee Spencer.
Timeout with 4.6 seconds left to go. Maylee Spencer with that nice little floater, getting it to drop. I like the transition, though, as off the missed free throw. Layton Christian all trying to get that ball a little loose. And Canyon View able to find it up the sideline and then get it to Maylee. She attacks well. The defense didn't rise up to pick her. They wanted to stay down in, because there was Layton Christian was down on the charge line. Didn't pick up. She got that floater to go.
9 for Maylee Spencer. Oh, and did I mention she's also a sophomore?
Yes, she sure is. And does a good job attacking, handles the ball well. So now you got a tie ball game. So the biggest thing is, if you're Layton Christian, you can't give Canyon View the ball. But with 4.6 seconds, you've got all the time in the world. You can get 4 full dribbles plus even a little more a lot of times. So depending on how you like to move the ball up the floor, you can use a pass. I like to cut somebody out, get a catch, and then throw it up one more, and then just go right at the rim.
So let me ask you this question, Dustin. Do you like the NBA rule? Would you like to see that rule be put in?
No, I don't.
You don't want to see him being able to advance that ball to the half court?
No, I like more of that pure. If coaches are practicing this at practice every day, they've got 2 looks at least with 4.5 seconds that they know they want to use. And I don't like that NBA stuff where they go up here and get an easier access.
Now here's the one problem that Layton Christian faces. They're out of timeouts.
They are.
So they have to get the ball in right here without getting a 5-second call. So and here comes the pressure.
And they're going to bring everybody but Maylee Spencer up. Maylee's the rover. She's going to stay back. Oh, Canyon View wants a timeout as They're going to read discuss.
Now, you saw who was going to inbound the ball, Bianca Silva. Now, I trust her. She's probably their best inbounder,
Yeah.
but I almost maybe want her coming to get the ball.
Well, so here's an idea for you, though, because they're going to deny Silva if she's catching
True.
the ball. So instead, if you get somebody to get a catch and send her at a head of speed, then you
give
can
it back
get the
to
ball
her.
back to
Yeah.
her and send her down through. So, but with 4-6, you've got time, but it gets a little tight when you have to catch coming at the basket and then give it to Silva on the run. It's going to take a half of your dribble away. So it'll give her a full 4 seconds and be interesting. With boys, you can dribble the full length of this college floor in that amount of time. With girls, a little tighter timeline there, so they're discussing how they're going to do. But Canyon looked like they were going to match up in man. Now they're going to put somebody on the ball.
Their tallest player as well.
Yep, putting the tallest player on the ball with a tie ball game. And then Layton Christian bringing everybody up, looking to see if they could get a home run.
And let's see if Christina Boyle doesn't somehow try to get it. Here it is. They're going to. Oh, I thought they were going to throw the home run. Just what you said. Back to Silva. Here she comes. Going to get a look at it at the buzzer. Just short.
And we get some free basketball.
And we're going to bring you 4 minutes more from the state tournament. Nobody wants to go home yet from these two teams. What a great ball game.
Fun. And I like that last action. They send Boyle out trying to get a home run. She looks at it, but they had the second option, which is good coaching because you can't just sell out on the one. So like you said, they got the ball in, and then Silva just went on the run. And with that, she was coming at the basket, so it cut it down to 4 seconds, but she got it. Hard for her to get the full way, but she got a long three, got a chance at it. So, and with now both teams get a timeout, so both of them had burned them all. So with this last 4 minutes, only one timeout.
I'm with you. I love what they ran right there.
That was good action.
That was really, really well drawn up.
It was.
They had the home run option, and then they had the second option, which probably as good a look as you're going to get.
I think so, yeah. I think it definitely was as good as they could have looked. And so nice job by Layton Christian. Well coached on that. And Canyon View managing it, making it just hard enough. I was hoping they weren't going to foul her, and they didn't. Made it just hard enough to get the miss and go into overtime here.
So it's the game we hoped we would get. This is the 7 seed and the 6 seed. Obviously, one team, Layton Christian's 13-9 on the year. Canyon View 13-8. About as even as you can be, and they're giving everybody a show here to start things off. They may push the tournament back just a few minutes, but that's okay.
But we're all right with that, aren't we? This is a fun ball game, and let these girls play another 4 minutes. It's awesome. So they're going to stick with the size of Miles Canyon View is and start her and instead of Brush.
Boy, nice effort by Canyon View to steal away the tip there. Looked like Layton Christian would have it. So here we go. Falcons with the opportunity to score first here in the overtime period.
Using that 1-4 high action, trying to dribble in and bring somebody curling on the backside. Oh, Miles
boy, I'll tell you.
The ball went to her feet.
That's too bad. They had a great look right there, and I like what Maya Nichols was trying to do. She had the runner down the left side wide open, and that pass just went right between her legs and out of bounds.
Yep, and that penetration a lot of time with that 1-4 high can give you that type of action. Just not able to completely convert it.
So Layton Christian now with the chance to take the first lead here in overtime. Down the lane, scoop shot off the glass, no good. And I don't think Silva or Boyle even touched the ball on that possession.
No, they got it into the high post and ran a little cutting action. They were trying to get Boyle coming up off of it, but they did Canyon View guarding her really well.
Approaching 3 minutes to go here in the overtime period. Down low. Vargas underneath, puts it up, and just couldn't get it to go. Made a nice move.
I liked the call by Coach Canyon View right there to get Vargas that look. Went 4 out, 1 in with her.
Oh, beautiful pass inside. Yes. Catch, layup good by Boyle. And she's got 21 in the game now.
Silva's penetration able to draw just enough tension that Boyle slipped away, and you don't give Boyle any space because Silva's going to find her.
Boy, what a combination these two are. They are just outstanding.
Watch.
Back the other way. Layup, no good. And tough luck on the rebound there. It looked like Vargas had it, went to the floor, and they'll call a travel.
Maylee Spencer doing a good job getting that penetration, but the pass just hard enough. Canyon View, it looks like talking about if they wanted to pressure up, decided not to.
2.5 left here in this one, unless we get to another overtime, which is obviously possible.
Very possible. See what happens with that. Canyon View liking this high post flash from Grace.
Boy, ball gets loose on the floor. They'll save the possession to the Eagles, and they'll back it back out with a 15-second shot clock. Bianca Silva.
4 high, but a little pinned down.
There's the lob, and just a little bit too big for the post player out of bounds. Good idea, but...
yeah, they had the help away. If the help was going to be there, it was going to be from Boyle. Boyle was going to pop off that pin down, be able to get a 3. So you had the lob and that backside action going, but Canyon View able to make it hard enough to... doesn't connect.
Yep. Peyton Lister back in for Canyon View, and Penelope Arroyo in for Layton Christian. If I got that one right, I want to check that number, because if that, that is Peyton, Penelope Arroyo. Just a freshman.
Have we seen her?
Not sure if we have. Oh, nice back cut on that side. Vargas layup, no good, but she'll shoot 2.
Defense lifted up and away, and so Letty has to come in on the backside. She tries to wall up, but Vargas makes good contact. And going there as the defender had gotten lost, as you see again in that replay, just got caught watching the ball and getting a little too high.
So she will exit the game with 5 fouls right there, and back in for the Eagles. Grace Hitto back in, and here's the free throws. And these are big. Obviously down 2. You want to knock both these down. Here's the first one for Vargas, and she does.
Sure has had a good game for the Falcons.
7 points for Bethany here in the ball game. Averages 3.5, but she does so much more than just scoring.
Oh, key on anything loose, and then her defense is great.
Second one, good again. We're tied. Big time free throws there.
Jada Glee putting a little token pressure on Silva.
1:45 left in this one. And here is Bianca Silva. Works it up. Goes high post, low post, beautifully done. Shot up, won't go, but Grace going to go to the free throw line, shoot 2.
We've seen that action out of Layton Christian. They like to get that catch on the high post in the opposite junction, just going straight at it. And I thought Canyon View had it guarded quite well, but they've practiced that enough that they know their windows, and that was a tight window. But Grace coming through and getting the ball. She didn't just run her cut, but she ran and she came and gathered that up to get her that foul.
How about the first one? She banks it home. They all count the same.
You gotta get them one way or another.
Gives Layton Christian the 1-point lead. Let's see if she can add to it. Off the iron, no good. Rebound loose on the floor.
Lister's involved. Vargas.
Oh boy, I was going to say if it's a jump ball, it'll stay with Layton Christian, but Canyon View comes away with it. Back the other way. Here's a 3 ball up and no good. Rebound taken down by Christina Boyle.
Vargas putting that full court pressure up on.
Ooh. A tough foul right there as they're kind of running side by side, and the whistle's going to go against Bethany Vargas.
And that puts Boyle the line there. As I guess that was enough contact that they decided to send her to the line. Oh, that's going to foul Vargas out.
Oh,
that's
boy, that's a huge
impact. Ooh.
Boy.
And she has done an excellent job. Brush is going to come back in the game here, but that foul coming up the sideline is going to impact the end of this game.
So here is Boyle, first free throw, good.
Stretches it out to that 2 points.
22 in the ball game now for Christina Boyle. She'll have another. Good again.
So still 1 possession game, but it's a long 1 possession.
Yep. 1:12 to go here in the ball game. 51-48. Layton Christian leads late in this one. As Canyon View, I think, thought about a 3, did Nichols for a moment.
Yeah, had a double screen down to bring around the other side.
There's a shot inside. Bank shot home. Good. Cameron Brush, I believe.
Yep,
that's
her
first 2 of the ball game. That's a big one.
She comes in for Vargas, makes a great impact to bring this to a 1-point game. I like
44
the dump
seconds
pass to her from that action.
And I think Layton Christian will try and burn off the whole shot clock down to 18.
That seems to be the pattern they like.
Silva, right side down to 12.
So that's
gets by her man to the bucket. An offensive foul. Boy, I didn't know which way it was going to go for a minute.
And Lister doing an excellent job taking that one, getting Canyon View the ball back with 26 seconds left to go. So anything's available in your playbook.
I don't know. That might be 5 on Bianca Silva, and it is.
Oh, man.
And so both players, both teams losing key
players.
big-time players off the floor.
If Canyon View can score off of this, it's going to make it really hard for Layton Christian to be able to score, as they've been able to take Boyle out of a lot of the scoring roles, and Silva's had to carry so much of the load.
Yeah. Boy, what an effort there by Bianca Silva. Finishes with 18 in the game, but her presence on the floor goes far beyond the scoring. So here we go. 26.9.
Silva's over there cheering on her teammates, not sulking with the head down. She's being a great teammate. Canview goes into their 1-4 high action.
There's a reach-in foul. It's going to be whistled, I believe, against Layton Christian.
So in that 1-4 high, they clear the right side out and set a ball screen up there to send Maylee Spencer down as they're running a double screen for the clear out. And in the process of all that, they jump that pick like they have been, and Maylee's able to get herself to the line.
Free throw good, and we're tied. That's the first one she has shot today.
Nice, clean.
10 points in the ball game for Maylee Spencer. Again, just a sophomore, back for another 2 years in the Canyon View program, and she makes them both big time.
She spent some time on the free throw line. Those were pretty.
Here we go, 1-point game, 51-52. And here comes Layton Christian. I imagine, look how they're face guarding Boyle. They do not want her.
They don't want to touch for her.
And timeout's going to be taken right there.
The possession, as that was a travel coming far, but good job by Coach Hoagland to see.
So 9.7 seconds to go in the overtime. Canyon View leads it by 1, 52-51. And what are you going to draw up here if you're Layton Christian? You've just spent your last timeout, so you haven't got anything left. It's all got to be done right here.
You've got to get Boyle a touch. She's got to have the ball in her hands. And whether you like her with a ball screen or whether you like her on her own, I think I like her with a ball screen. We've seen her come off of ball screens and hit shots. So I think you do that. And if you're Canyon View, how are you going to deal with that if they set a ball screen? Do you hedge it high and hard? Do you switch it? What do you do with it? Do you double up and just go and blitz her? I don't mind the idea if I'm Canyon View blitzing her and just making the ball come out of her hands and make somebody else get something to fall. But if you're Layton Christian, you've got to get her a touch.
Yep.
And so whatever that looks like, I think I set up a screen to send her towards the backcourt to get this catch.
Because you've still got plenty of time to work, even from the backcourt.
Yep. Stack it up, set her a screen, let her get a catch, and then now you've got to pick your best action and make sure you have your 2 rebounders down on the blocks for that putback. And it's time to go. Once she catches,
you got to go.
You got to go. So
yep. So this will be for a chance to play tomorrow.
And so Boyle's right there, and Nichols is going to guard her. She's got her in a little denial there.
Just what you said.
Yep.
She's got it.
And they're going to go horn screen, so it's a double on the top.
Goes to the baseline, floats it up, off the iron, no good. Rebound, Canyon View, and buzzer sounds, and that's the ball game.
It's over.
Falcons win it late here in overtime. 52-51 is your final in a ball game that had everything we wanted.
That was fun. That was a good one to call.
So real quick, let's just take a quick look at our numbers, and then we're going to get out of here because we've got Delta and Judge coming up next. So Christina Boyle, she had an incredible first half, had 17 in that first half. Six in the second half, just couldn't quite get going. So she finishes with 23 on the morning. 2 for Marcella Layton, 18 for Bianca Silva, who just played her heart out. I just thought she brought everything and then some today.
She sure did. She was so fun to watch today.
8 points for Grace Ito. And then for Canyon View real quick, 11 for Maylee Spencer. And then Maya Nichols, who got hot from the three-point line.
Finally able to get him dropped. She's such a good shooter. It was fun to see her be able to get those to fall for, to get that back and force this into overtime.
Yep. So Nichols finishes with 15 in the ball game. Brush with 2
huge free throws.
Oh,
two huge free throws to push that up.
Yep. Spencer with those 2 big ones there. 2 for Cambry Potter. 12 for Jada Gleave. 8 for Bethany Vargas. And it's survive and advance to the Consolation Championship game tomorrow for Canyon View. Our congratulations to Layton Christian. Quality team. They've got some great athletes. Well coached as well, I thought.
Oh, yeah, yes, they were well coached. Love seeing a lot of the different actions they were doing and how they maximized their players.
And so we congratulate them on a great season. Hate to see them have to go home, but that's how it finishes up. Canyon View gets to play tomorrow.
They do.
They'll get the winner of this one coming up right here next.
We'll look forward to it.
So once again, been a pleasure, Dustin, as always, to work with you.
Yes.
As you bring a great perspective to the game. Being a coach, you understand the roles that are being played down there and how it all works, and we appreciate that so much. So on behalf of Barrett Hilton, who produced this one for us here today, also my good friend and partner, Dustin Shakespeare, I'm Ken Nielsen. Again, your final here, 52-51, Canyon View wins it. We got Delta and Judge coming up next.